what's going pizza pata, pizza pata. I'm so nervous, what the fuck. I've been putting off this video for weeks. Actually, I've been putting off any form of video for the last 6 months. But I'm really nervous. My hands are shaking because I'm so scared. Anyways, hi, welcome back to my channel 6 months later. You probably don't even remember who I am, but it's fine. My phone feels really high up or something. What is that about? Oh my god, I'm sweating. Why am I so nervous? Why am I so nervous? I'm literally talking to myself. You probably can't really tell, but I'm in my room. That was my room, but it's actually not my room anymore. But that's the room I'm in. It's my old room that is now my brother's room. I'm gonna explain why my brother has my room. In today's video, I'm basically just gonna be doing like a little rundown of what I've done the last 6 months and why I haven't been present. My voice is breaking because I'm so scared. I don't know why I'm scared. I have coffee because I'm nervous and I need caffeine to get me through. Why the fuck are my ears sticking out so much? Also, I'm fucking blonde. I forgot that my YouTube hasn't seen me blonde yet. Yeah, I'm blonde and it looks like shit today because I didn't straighten it. But I don't care. I've been putting this video off for weeks because I keep like thinking like, oh, I'll do it on a day where I feel pretty, or I'll do it on a day like when I have makeup on, or like my hair is really nice looking because I want to like debut my new blonde hair on my YouTube and it looks really good. I want to have a cute outfit on. Currently wearing football shorts and a big hoodie, and my hair is fucking disgusting. Because then I realised, when have I ever really cared about my appearance on my YouTube? Not very often, because I just want to keep it raw. I want to keep it raw and original. So I kind of just decided in the last like 20 minutes that I was going to do it today and get it over with, because I keep waking up every day and I'm like, right, I'm going to do my YouTube tomorrow. You know, and someday tomorrow's just not going to come. Someday tomorrow just won't be there anymore and I'll never have made my YouTube video, so I might as well fucking do it today. I'll do it today for y'all. I couldn't really decide whether like I wanted to keep it chill, like drinking my coffee and chat, or if I should go back to my roots and do my makeup while I'm talking. But I honestly, I don't even know if I'm bothered doing either, if I could just sit here and talk. But then I don't know if that's maybe boring for you if I just sit here and talk the whole time. Maybe I should take like 5 minutes to reflect if I want to do makeup or if I just want to sit. Like I'm happy enough just sitting back and talking like this, but I don't know if that's what you want to see. Okay, I've taken the time to sit back and reflect. I'm just gonna sit. I'm just gonna sit and talk because who gives a shit? I literally had to make like a list of pointers of like things that I have to remember have happened, because it's been 6 months. That's a long time to catch up on. So let me just take one more sip before we start, and now we can buckle up. Right, let's go to like April. We'll just start off with a bang on April. I quit my job in April and I moved out. I moved out from my mom's house. So a little bit of background on why I just quit my job and moved out. I was really depressed. I don't know how else really to put it. I was just in a really shit place for a couple of months, and I felt like I just needed the change to give me some sort of like burst of life again. So in that moment I felt like what I needed was a change. So I quit my job and I moved into a friend's house over summer. It was fucking terrifying. I think I cried for a couple of weeks after because it was just such a huge change. Like, that's really hard to process. You feel like, you know, when you're kind of leaving a job and you don't have one that you're going into straight after, like you have this whole thing like, oh my god, like I am so useless, like I don't have a job, I'm 19 and I'm not working, like what am I gonna do, like why did I make that decision, whatever. You know, for the like first couple of weeks I was just kind of bringing myself all the way down, and then once I kind of got out of that I was like, okay, the reason I did that was because I was so sad, so at least take advantage of the fact now that I have the time to have a bit of fun. So that's what I did, and I moved in with one of my friends and we kind of just, we had a good time for a couple of months for the summer. That was fun. And you know, I was feeling so much better because, you know, you kind of have like that whole free reign of like what you're doing with your life. But at the same time, in my head, like when I quit my job, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have so much free time to just do YouTube and have fun and do this, whatever. And I never made a single video. I think I recorded maybe 3 videos and I just hated all of them. Didn't have the motivation to edit them. Like I just thought they were shit basically, and I kind of like lost the flow for it. I feel like it was also really hard because at the time I didn't really want to talk about how I quit my job, and I didn't want to talk about how I wasn't working, and I didn't want to talk about how I moved out of my home, and I just didn't really want to talk about that. When you don't want to talk about it, you kind of feel like this block, like you can't talk about anything, because I felt like it would be like lying if I wasn't addressing it, but it wasn't lying, it was just not talking about it. So I just decided to not talk at all and not post for 6 months. Fine. But you're probably thinking, okay, but you're at home right now. What's that about? So I have moved back home. I just wanted to be back and closer to everyone, and you know, shit just happened. I just felt like I kind of needed to be back home. So kind of where we're coming up to, like where we're at now. I came home and I stayed here for like a week, I think, before I like decided that I wanted to move home. I wanted to like stay here and figure out like if that's what I wanted to do. Then a job came up and sent in my CV, went in to talk to them, got the job, and then I kind of like set it in stone. I was like, right, well, I have a job if I come home too, so may as well come home. So now have a job again. I feel like I'm like rushing through this, like I'm like running through a marathon trying to tell you everything about my life, and like if I don't tell you in like 4 minutes I'm gonna die. It literally feels like someone's chasing me like, tell me your story, tell me, and I'm like, okay. So yeah, I'm a waitress now, so that's pretty cool or whatever. I can carry a tray. I also somehow in the middle of all this bagged myself a boyfriend. Girls. Bitch got a boyfriend. Bitch disappeared for 6 months and got a boyfriend. Actually, the week before I started work, I went on holidays with his family for the week, and I think I probably had like the best week of my life. That was pretty fucking cool. Never did that before, and it was fucking sick. So I hope you can like be proud of me or something, because I don't think anybody saw it coming. I don't think anybody saw it coming. Now that we've kind of caught up to where we're at, I'm back home, I have a job, I'm blonde, I also turned 20. Started my job on the day of my 20th birthday, which is kind of a big girl move if you ask me. Also got another tattoo. I got a 444 on my wrist. What the fuck? I know this might sound ridiculous, okay? Ridiculous. It's a little bit ridiculous. I applied for another course. Oh. And see, I'm cringing because I had really high hopes this time last year when I was telling you about my course that I was going into, and I can't wait, and woo, psychology, yeah! And then I quit after like 2 weeks. So you can imagine the kind of stress and anxiety I'm feeling towards that, because you know when you try something once, you fail, then you go to try it again and you're like, yeah, there's probably a high chance that I'm going to do the same thing again, isn't there? This year though, I've gone for kind of something very opposite to psychology. I'm doing a nail and beauty course. Bitch, I really don't know. Cut the cameras, dead ass. No, it's fine, you know, like, fuck it. Maybe I'll be good at it, maybe I'll like it, maybe I could become like a nail art channel or something. See, the way that I think about it is, yeah, I could paint nails. Yeah, why wouldn't I paint nails in my free time? You know, the mentality of it probably isn't great, because I'm just like, oh yeah, like I'll just do nails then for a living. But I think there's probably going to be a little bit more to the course than just painting nails. But then we also have to consider how last year, we all know how well I deal with multitasking. I don't. Last year I couldn't do the balance of college and work, and I was literally only working like a Saturday, and I had college during the week, and then I was working on a Saturday, and I was like, no, I won't. But college last year was also all online, which I didn't appreciate. You know, maybe this year it'll be different. So then I'm kind of like, shit, am I gonna burn the fuck out of myself again? But this is the thing, like, I don't know how I expect to get through life without multitasking. Because for some reason my mental health just can't take it. Like, when I have too much going on, no. She calls it quits and she says, no, I need to stay in bed for 6 months. But I don't know how I expect to get through life that way, because I know a hell of a lot of bitches be doing a lot more with their life than me. A hell of a lot more. I'm just kind of, you know, overthinking a bit. I don't know how I'm mentally gonna cope with going to college during the day, to come home to go to work until the night, and then get up and go to college during the day, to come home to work till night, and do that every day of the week. But again, something that we can hopefully try overcome, because I don't want to come on here in a couple of months and be like, yeah, so I had to quit. But we're gonna just be hopeful about it for now, because maybe I've changed. Maybe I've changed. You know, maybe I'm mentally stronger this year and I can do both. Get a bitch who can do both. I hope I'll be the bitch that can do both. Okay, next topic. Living situation. When I moved out, my brother obviously moved into my big, spacious, nicely done room and made it completely his own, which I know, as he should, because I moved out and I wasn't here and the room was empty, yada yada yada. Fair enough, I guess. But now that I've come home, I am in a box room with a single bed, and it's painted dark blue, and it doesn't have a wardrobe because there's no space for a wardrobe, and I'm living out of bin bags. Not the best standard of living that I've ever had. The worst. But of course, you know, gotta let your siblings have the better stuff sometimes. But right now I'm living in a matchbox. But then I brought up this new proposition. Since I can't get my room back, my brother made this like man cave outside, you know, because Saturdays are for the boys and stuff like that. So I said, well, if I can't get my bedroom back, I'm gonna take over your fucking man cave. Yep, I said it. And at first it was straight away like, no. And I was like, well, I'll still stand here and say yes. And he still stood there and said no. So, you know, at first there was a little bit of confusion that I wasn't getting it. But in my head, I was gonna get it. So the plan is to move out into his little man cave, which is basically just like, I don't know how to describe it. It's basically like I don't want to say that it's basically a shed, but it's basically a shed. But how the fuck do I make this sound better? See, I kind of romanticize everything in my head and make it all, you know, big it up, make it better than it is. So in my head, this shed that's at the bottom of our garden is actually going to be like my own little mini house. You know, you see the vision. So I put that idea out there. It's still, we know, we're a little bit on the rocks. Our relationship is on the rocks. He hasn't actually said it to me yet, that it's okay for me to move in, but I've heard from other sources that it was okay. Sources being my mom. So we're gonna just listen to my mom. That it's gonna be my new humble abode. So basically I'll have to gut it out, get all the man cavey stuff out of it. I don't know where he's gonna put but that's not my problem. There's a little bit of work to do on it, you know, needs a little bit of insulation on the floor, just so that I don't freeze in the winter time. But like, there's electricity and a heater and fucking Wi-Fi and everything all out in it, so it's fine, it's livable. And then, you know, just a lick of paint, a couple of photos on the wall, and there you go. I got me a home. So I guess like I could do a little shed renovation of me turning the man cave into my room if that ever happens. I might lose the fight completely and be stuck in the box room for the rest of however long. But if I win him over and I get to take it over, then we can do a transformation series. Yay! My whole body is exhausted because I feel like I've just let out like so much personal shit. But it's not that deep. Did I just overshare for 20 minutes though? Probably. I'm getting a little bit awkward now because I don't know how to end it. What the fuck? So that is all for my little life update, catch up, where the fuck I've been for the last 6 months. Quit my job, moved out, went blonde, moved back home, got a new job, applied for college, got a boyfriend in the middle of it all. Family feud over what room I get to have. Yeah, that's kind of it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Hopefully I will see you again, and hopefully it won't be in 6 months' time. Someone just needs to get up my ass about posting. Someone just needs to light a flame under me and get me on the camera. Get me on the camera. And yeah. Bye.